Are you a producer who has thought to yourself, damn, I really wish there was a producer out there that could just make the best tier list in the world on what the best income streams are as a music producer? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's already been done, and I'm stealing somebody's content. So let's get right into it. I've seen a couple channels do this on YouTube, and it seems like a fun video idea, especially to celebrate how much growth my channel has been getting. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. If you're new here and you don't know me, my name's co.B. I've been producing music for about 4 years now. Recently decided to get into content creation. If you want to join our wonderful family of producers, hop in the Discord. Link will be down below. You're welcome to send loops in there or ask for advice. I try to stay active in there as much as possible. But yeah, today we're going to try to make the best tier list for income streams as a music producer, so hopefully this doesn't make anybody mad. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up, this is completely randomized. We have sync licensing. Now sync licensing I'll probably put in the A tier for now. Sync licensing is pretty dope because once you start making income off of it, the income doesn't stop. It's just usually residual. Sync licensing is pretty much just submitting your tracks to be used in TV commercials or TV shows. And the cool thing about this is once the income starts rolling in, it usually is residual. So you just start to make passive income off of those placements. Now the only downside to this is that a lot of times your music has to be a little bit more manufactured and engineered to go onto those websites. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe you could use these beats in multiple places. So if you were to submit your beat on a sync licensing platform, I don't believe that's a beat that you could sell on BeatStars or post on YouTube. But I've seen many producers talk about how they just make stupid income with this, so for now it's gonna go in A tier. Next up we have content. By the way, I think I have the best tier list because I made all these little logos to go on here just to give you guys a little bit more eye candy, so definitely drop a like for that. Content creation, which you already know where I'm gonna put that, S tier. While this may not have the potential to make you the most money out of all these other options, I believe it's one of the most fun things to do as a music producer. At this point, there's countless platforms that you can post on. I feel like it's a great way to just show a little bit of your creativity as well as some of your personality. I also just like the process of planning my content and working on showing my true colors when it comes to talking on camera. So like I said, doesn't have the potential to make you the most income when you put it up against these other income streams, but some days I think making YouTube videos is more fun than making beats itself. So if you haven't tried it, there's no reason not to. There's really no startup. If you have a phone, you can record on it. I'm using my iPhone. This mic was probably like $100 I think, and then I use OBS to record on my PC. Once your ideas start rolling with content creation, they just keep on flowing and you'll have an endless stream of ideas to make for videos. So if you haven't tried making content, just give it a shot. Even if you're camera shy, I think the act of just talking in front of your camera builds up your confidence and your vocabulary in general. So next up we have streams. I did this for a little while. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna put it in B tier. So the nice thing about streaming is it's a lot like the content creation. There's not a lot of startup that goes into it. And if you're already making beats to post on a type beat channel or wherever, why not just take the time to record that process yourself? Now it does take time to learn how to constantly keep the audience engaged even when nobody's watching, but streaming yourself making beats is also nice for growth because it's a pretty niche category on Twitch. So I pretty much started getting viewers right away, and some of the best advice that I've ever gotten when it comes to making beats have just been from people in my chat. So if you're also trying to get better at making beats, just start streaming yourself doing it and I promise you won't regret it. Next up we have industry placements. Now I would say it's everybody's dream to have industry placements, and this obviously makes you the most money out of anything on here. This one is probably going to take the longest out of most things on this list. But typically these placements give you a lot of passive income, and it's pretty cool to be able to tell people when a song is on the radio that it was produced by you. So this is my dream, and I think this is what every producer should be striving for, is to get those industry placements. And this is something that you can do while going after everything else on this list too. You could be selling beats on BeatStars or posting type beats on YouTube, and that could lead you to getting a placement. So obviously it's going to be S tier. Next up we have running a recording studio. This one also has a lot of high income potential, but it also takes a massive amount of startup money. and you have to live in an area where there's a huge scene for whatever type of music you're making. You also have to be a pretty established producer to do this as well. So actually, I'm going to move this down to C tier because this one's pretty difficult to start up and it has the limitations of your location as well. Next up is sound kits. This is something that I definitely want to get more into. This is a way to market yourself towards other producers and not other artists. I'm probably going to place this one in A tier. This one takes a lot of work on the back end, perfecting a sound kit and designing it and making the graphics for it. But if you're creating content, which is an S tier choice, and you have an audience, there's really no reason not to be selling a sound kit. I don't have a sound kit yet. I plan on probably ending up doing one in the future. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. But for now, I'm just enjoying making content. I'm not really worried about selling anything to you guys. I do know a lot of producers whose main source of income is just selling sound kits, so this can end up being a pretty good one for you. Mixing and mastering, this one I'm going to put in B tier. This one just takes a lot of experience, but you definitely can make a lot of good money doing it. This one's awesome because there's a huge audience for not only producers looking for mixing and mastering, but artists as well. Like I said, the only thing is you have to be really good at it in order to sell that skill. So if this is something that you are interested in, this could also go hand in hand with making sound kits. I do personally know people in my Discord that their primary source of income is just mixing and mastering. So if you're good at it, I would definitely recommend trying to start selling that skill. Next up, we have selling custom beats. I think I'm going to put this one at the bottom of A. Now, I would argue that this is one of the quickest ways to start making income as a music producer, and the benefit as well as the downside of this one is you kind of get however much you put into it. So you definitely have to be sending out a lot of cold DMs to other artists out there, and you probably will have to end up paying for advertisements as well at some point if you really want to try and scale it. But the benefit of making money off of this is that it's a very high ticket item, so you're always going to be making whatever you'd be making off of selling exclusive beats. The only problem with this is, like I said, you're a one-man show, and it can be pretty difficult to scale this one since it's a one-to-one time investment. But if you'd like to know more about selling custom beats, there's this awesome YouTuber who deserves way more credit than he gets, and it's co.B from Sample Source. He makes awesome tutorials on how to DM artists, how to market yourself on social media, and how to make selling custom beats your full-time income. So it is definitely achievable. There's a lot of people that do it, so definitely look into it if you haven't started making money yet. Next up we have Joey. This is my tier list. This is going in S tier, no questions asked. And last but not least, we have selling beats, which is obviously going to go right here at the top of S. This is obviously one of the best ways to get started as a music producer. If you're making beats, there's no reason not to post them on YouTube. And the YouTube game has been changing so much recently. I just started a new channel, and within a month, I got my first sale. A lot of people have this idea in their mind that you have to niche down when it comes to selling beats online. I'm going to make another video on this in the future because that is not true. The algorithm has changed so much that you could be just another guy posting little baby type beats and have just as much success as somebody who has been scouting out niche artists waiting for them to blow up. Don't let that idea get into your head. Make beats for whatever artist you want to, because you can truly find growth in whatever artist you want. So yeah, this was probably a pretty quick video, but it was definitely fun to make that tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Definitely let me know if you disagree with any of these. If you think this was the best tier list because I made little images for you, definitely leave a like and subscribe. We are almost halfway to being monetized, which is crazy. So thank you guys so much again for the support. Don't forget to join the Discord if you want to be a part of the community. And that's all for today. Peace out.